for the longest time, from 1978, when Deng Xiaoping opened the Chinese market, and the pro-China group was that Chinese are just like Americans. Eventually, as they become richer, more prosperous, they want more freedom, more rule of law, democracy. And the anti-China group said, you're crazy. Communist dictators should never be trusted. But the first 30 years, pro-China group won the debate. And so pro-China group kept on supporting China, putting China into WTO and all sorts of things. And then that was true until the end of Mr. Hu Jintao. Then when Mr. Xi Jinping came along, situation began to change dramatically. Now the press freedom is constrained. All these human rights lawyers are in jail. And China is showing its military might, South China Sea against Taiwan, against Senkaku Islands in Japan, all sorts of things. And now India, China border. And so suddenly, Americans are realizing that, they were wrong. And if you read the most latest 16-page thing that came out of White House, that was an amazing statement, because it starts by saying we were wrong. The very first sentence says we were wrong, and then we have to change our policies. So that's exactly what I told you last year, that this is going to happen. And so my guess is that US feeling disappointed will be re-evaluating all its priorities to make sure that policies are not based on this idealism, but on reality. And the reality is that China is not going in the direction of democracy. It's not going toward open society, and it may not be really open market either. So if that's the case, how should US respond? And if you read it, I think there's a line that says, we are not afraid of trouble. Additional global friction, we are not afraid. That's a very strong statement, because until that time, Americans, for example, always told the Taiwanese, keep your head low, because we want China to grow and then everything should be fine once China becomes a democracy. So Taiwan, keep your head low. Don't talk about independence. They don't do that anymore. That White House report actually referred to a report by Defense Department, Pentagon, June of last year. That June of last year report was the first in US history where, first since 1979, where Taiwan is counted as a country, not a region. And so that means US will be treating Taiwan effectively as an independent country. And so that answers your question, that yes, it's a very big change going on. US, which was afraid that Taiwan might steer problems and push China in the wrong direction, now realize that China is already in the wrong direction. So now you have to protect Taiwan. So you read it right. It says we are compelled to defend Taiwan. That line, it's all a huge change from what we had before. So it's in some sense positive for Taiwan. I think it's not a negative, in a sense that now US thinks that Taiwan is very important. More defense efforts will be placed on Taiwan, and that makes this place, it should be safer as a result, right? That's always positive for economy.